Hi, I'm Recruit Whitlow.
And I'm Recruit Wolf.
And you're about to watch Boot Camp on Fox Reality.
You know, Whitlow, you really stand no chance of beating me in the Gauntlet.
We'll see about that.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy Boot Camp.
Boot Camp began 30 days ago with 16 recruits. Now, the squad has been reduced to recruits Whitlow and Wolf. These two recruits have entered the Gauntlet, a 48-hour marathon where they compete for 13 sets of dog tags belonging to their fallen squad members. Stage 1 of the Gauntlet, 7 grueling mental and physical events named in honor of the 7 dismissed recruits. Whitlow and Wolf are now battling to earn their dog tags. Stage 2, the vote. After being silenced when they were taken from the game, the 6 discharged recruits, Pupo, Thompson, Hutak, Yaney, Brown, and Moretti, return to pledge their dog tags to the recruit they want to win boot camp. Tonight, the recruit with the most dog tags will win $500,000. Who will endure? Recruits Whitlow and Wolf began the Gauntlet, quickly discovering its mental and physical anguish. After standing for over 5 hours and 40 minutes, the pain was too much for Whitlow. Wolf earned Recruit Louder's dog tags and an early lead.
That took everything that I could ever muster inside of my body.
Recruit Whitlow gave her all in Har's heartbreak to even the dog tag count at 1 apiece. But Recruit Wolf showed his toughness, winning Parks Peak and Moretti's memory, while Whitlow and Wolf contemplated Dismissal Hill.
I'm hoping to at least have 5 of the 6 votes.
The discharged recruits finally spoke out.
They were in cahoots from the beginning.
He was openly a weasel, and she was like a weasel in disguise.
Whitlow and Wolf have to finish 3 Gauntlet events. Then they must face the 6 discharged recruits on Dismissal Hill. Those 6 recruits will individually pledge their dog tags to either Whitlow or Wolf. Wolf leaves 3 dog tags to 1.
Just remember to breathe.
Yeah, well, I'll be honest with you. I can't believe they're making us do this.
I can't believe we're doing this before.
I can't believe they're making us do this, and then we still have Coddington things.
Oh, my God.
This event is named after Recruit Meyer. It's called Meyer's March. I know you remember Recruit Meyer.
Yes, sir.
Hey, well, he didn't know whether he was coming or going. He marched to a different drum, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
You'll each march 10 miles with 20% of your body weight in your pack. You'll be deployed 10 miles apart. You can walk, you can run, you can crawl. You'll pass each other only once. You'll both find out who won Meyer's dog tags on Dismissal Hill.
Yep.
I've been up for 48 hours. I haven't eaten a decent meal in over a week. I'm sure tomorrow I'm not going to want to get out of bed. But hey, it's all over after today. You know what? I'm not done yet. I still got more in me.
This is called the Gauntlet because it's about the last person standing. Wolf and I are both pretty beat up, but I don't think we really want to tell each other how beat up we are.
There was a time when they passed one another, and you can see the determination in her face to just perk it up for just, I don't know, the 5 minutes that they're looking at each other, coming toward each other, to the time that they passed each other. She did that little skip, and she wanted to make sure that Recruit Wolf understood he had some competition here.
Whitlow knows Wolf's not weak, and Wolf knows Whitlow's not weak. And I know in their mind they're thinking, oh, is she running? Is she walking? Is he running? Is he walking? Is he hurting? And I know they can't see each other, so they can't tell. So basically, that person is pushing you without them even knowing it.
I got 30 pounds on my back, and it was kicking my butt. But you can't think about it. You know, the backpack was the least of my worries. It's your thighs, your calves, your hip flexors. It's just crazy.
The sandbag was killing me, and then I just started thinking about how to make the walk or march a little bit shorter. In boot camp, the coffee's mighty fine. Looks like muddy water and tastes like turpentine. You where I wanna go, but they won't let me go. Whoa, 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 whoa.
It's like an oasis out there, and you just finally see it, and you just want to start crying. You're so excited to end it.
Get over there and drop it, Wolf.
Time!
Hi, boss.
What's up, sir?
The name of this event is Jackson's Hold. Jackson held out for a long time. Hey, he almost got to the end. Hey, he had some guns. This event right here is in memory of Recruit Jackson. You can extend your arm through my rings up here. Me and Drones for the Tailor are going to put a set of Jackson's dog tags on your wrist.
The first recruit to get blood on Jackson's dog tags loses.
Ready? 2. We're off.
Jackson's Hold is very difficult for both those recruits. Now, to the naked eye, it seems as if that's nothing. However, you ask somebody to stand in that position and just stay there, their muscles will start to shake, the whole body gets fatigued.
The cold always takes the heart out of somebody. When you're cold, your whole body just wants to, you just want to pull in. I'm sure they'd rather be in the rack at that point than out there, you know, holding dog tags.
The pain hits in within the first 5 minutes. Just like Lauder's last stand, you have to look beyond the pain, you know, and it becomes a mental game.
I was twinging, and I even twisted my wrist and tried to use a different muscle to try to switch it, but it hurts to move, and I just didn't think that it was a very smart move, because obviously Wolf has a stronger upper body than I do. So instead of trying to beat a dead horse, I chose to give it up there.
Step back, Willow. Step back, Wolf. It was obvious that she was pretty bummed out, you know, because she's the type of individual, she doesn't want to lose anything.
day's almost over?
I'm counting the hours. The Gauntlet has been the best, although it's been the worst.
Oh, it's been the hardest thing in the world.
I'm going to take so many things away from boot camp because I thought I was a pretty strong individual when I got here. But what I'm learning is that I'm always going to be learning. And if I keep myself learning, then I keep bettering myself as an individual.
Hello, open it up so heat up. Say 987654321, you're done.
Much better, sir.
Burn my tongue, sir. I want to win boot camp, but there's so much more. I've grown as a person. I've grown respect level for people that go through this, for the DIs. We didn't get along at all in the beginning. You know, McSweeney has been an inspiration for me in the Gauntlet.
I have think it's some type of sleeping for Dismissal now.
Well, you figure they got to ship 6 people. Catherine's not voting. That's good. She didn't deserve it.
I probably will decide at the last minute which one.
They're one and the same people. It's hard to say which one is better or worse.
His true colors came out, you know, probably halfway through. The rope, the harness, and the D-ring incident. That didn't shed a good light on him.
Push right now! You lost my equipment! Push!
Bottom line, what happened was there was only 2 ropes back in the safety bunker, which was Wolf's and Yanni's. Moretti gave her rope to Wolf inside the tunnels. Wolf immediately placed it down because they had other things going with the explosions. When they came out of the tunnel, there was a lot of confusion. Moretti grabbed Wolf's harness. Wolf grabbed Yanni's harness, and Yanni was left without. Because Moretti's rope and D-ring was left in the tunnels. To this day, I think the recruits are still very confused on exactly what happened. Everyone's pointing the finger at Wolf. But Moretti, Yanni, and Wolf all share some responsibility.
Yes, sir!
You have to go back to school, don't you?
Not if I win the Gauntlet.
Please tell me that you're going back to school.
No, if I win the Gauntlet. If I just won $500,000, can I wait another semester? I mean, let's be for real.
When we met in the elevator, who talked first, you or me?
I think it was body language more than actual physically talking. I was, you know, just little nuances you get that you're like, this person I might be able to connect with. And Jennifer and I had that connection, and then we moved to the gym. We caught up on a treadmill early one morning, and the rest was literally history.
The competitive streak hit us, and we just knew if there was a way for us to put our minds together and to try to work to where we could help each other, we were absolutely fine with helping each other.
You really couldn't even bet in Vegas that that's how it was going to end up, but it felt good knowing you had somebody in the show who you kind of, nobody knew. It was like this big secret thing, and you know, the whole reality thing is you need alliances. You need alliances. You cannot do it on your own.
And we had no idea if somebody was voted and they took one of us, there was no chance that we were ever going to be able to protect each other from that. So it was just very interesting that fate worked out the way that it did, and we never got pulled off.
I feel great, whether it's the adrenaline or a bit of confidence after seeing my performance in the Gauntlet. I'm fired up to hit this last obstacle and get on Dismissal Hill for tonight.
My strategy, get through the obstacle course as fast as I can because I'm going up against my own time. There's nothing I can do with the other missions and with the voting. It's completely in fate's hands right now, other than the obstacle course.
Do it up. This is what it's all about. The end of the Gauntlet. You made it.
Go!
Don't get injured, and we'll be on the hill proud to recruit.
Got it.
Agree?
Got it tonight.
Hey, hello, final event, right?
Yes, sir!
Right now, I know we're ready to do it.
Yes, sir!
Ready to whip it on.
Yes, sir!
Hello, Coddington's Crossing. What we're gonna do, we ran it yesterday to get our bar. What we're doing today is we're
whoever finishes under our time or closest to our time, hey, you're the winner. You understand?
Yes, sir!
Hello, we're ready to whip it on.
Yes, sir!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Knowing that this is going to be the last event, and it's getting closer to over, that right there, that adrenaline rush, knowing that it's almost over is enough. It's like getting to the 23-mile marker of a marathon. You've made it that far, you're hurt and you're tired, but now you've only got 3 miles to go to finish a marathon.
We really put them through some harsh training throughout. There was no real let up for them. It was very intense. It was very quick paced.
Let's go, Whitlow. Let's go catch him. Hurry up.
Right down the hill. Go directly to the wall.
Actions during the Gauntlet were meritorious, to say the least. Simply put, outstanding. I don't think you could expect any more out of any two individuals that have gone so far in their training program and been through so much. These recruits are just everyday people off the street that came in, and their lives changed throughout boot camp.
She just lost it. She could not remember the technique that we gave her, to the skill to get over that wall successfully. All she concentrated on was now Recruit Wolf is in front of her. She just concentrated on the failure and the fact that, oh, gosh, I needed to get over it the first time, not the second, third, and fourth.
Gunge, hand over hand, do it.
Any good drill instructor, you want your recruits to be successful, so it's just kind of like, man, come on, you don't want to see them fail at anything. And, her not getting that wall was the equivalent of me not getting over that wall. But I think she had reached, a point right there where she was physically and mentally exhausted, and the rope was just, that wall was 10,000 feet high.
Outstanding job, turn around.
I knew I wasn't going to look back until I hit the kayak. And I figured that she would have been there by the middle of the lake, and I didn't see her, and I was kind of worried. I thought maybe she was injured.
Where's your sister?
It doesn't know, sir.
Is Whitlow the one you became the tightest with during this process?
Yes, sir.
Pull with your legs. Pull with your legs.
Come on.
Pull with your legs.
That's it. You got it.
But then give everything you got. Come on, pull.
Pull up.
Pull.
You got it.
Pull.
Pull up. You can do it right there.
Pull.
You can do it from right there. I know you can. Come on, you can do it from right there. Grab hold.
Drop.
We got word that Recruit Whitlow was stuck at the wall. And at the time, drill instructor Francisco and I were at the finish line. We hightailed it back to the wall for moral support.
I had considered quitting. And then when Rosenbaum came, there's no turning back.
There you go, relax. Think about it.
Here we all are together, Whitlow. You ready to whip it on?
Gang's all here.
Fantastic fall, +1.
To see how tired she was and to see where she was going on the wall right there, in my own mind, I thought, I don't know if she's got enough physical endurance left, physical strength to get over the wall. But I was not going to give up.
One last gas and get that chicken wing over there and lock it.
Set energy.
Good lock, good lock. That's the highest lock yet.
Reach. Now reach.
Hold.
Now you got it.
Underneath the armpits and hold.
There you are. There you
Underneath
go.
the armpits
There you
and
are.
hold.
You got it, Whitlow. You got it.
Stay on it.
Yes, again.
There it is.
There it is.
Get
down. Just die. There, Whitlow.
Whitlow.
You did it.
Roll.
You did it, Whitlow.
The gauntlet roll.
The gauntlet roll.
Yeah, the gauntlet roll.
The gauntlet roll.
They were all four there. I reverted back to being on the bus on processing day when Francisco said to us, if you give up on yourself, it's okay. We're not going to give up on you.
Hey, go, Whitlow. Hey, go, Whitlow. Good job. Kids,
When she succeeded, my heart pounded an extra beat for her. I'm not the kind of guy that gets teary-eyed, but I felt it. I felt a little shake in my eye of pride, and I felt very good for her, and I still do. I'm very proud of her.
That kayaking was probably one of the best moments in boot camp.
show them what pride is all about, Whitlow.
Because there was no one on that lake with me other than myself to deal with exactly what I had just gone through.
Have a look out, Whitlow.
Go, go, go. You got it, Whitlow.
Whitlow. Let's go, Whitlow. Right here.
Hearing Drill Instructor Francisco's voice, it was kind of like having your dad say that he's proud of you. And he brought me home.
Drop it.
I
Drop it, Whitlow. Drop it. Time. Break that thing. Rip it now. Rip it. Outstanding. The wall. Nothing to it, was it?
Yes, sir.
Just had to seek something deep inside, didn't we?
Yes, sir.
Seek it down. You pulled it out, right?
Yes, sir.
I don't know where you found it, but you found it. Because you never quit. You never gave up.
Yes, sir.
Outstanding.
She did it, and you know, it's a day that I'll never forget. It was great. I mean, I've had some great days in my 40 years of life, and that's one that I'll never forget. It was awesome.
I'm ready for boot camp to be over. And I think me cresting that wall shows how bad I want to win. If I don't, I won already because I crested the wall. That's worth more than $500,000 to me because I didn't give up. And I got over. That would have haunted me for the rest of my life if I didn't.
4 drill instructors are here now, and we'll be at the next location in a moment. Because the next time that we will see you will be at Dismissal Hill. Moment of truth. You got that?
Yes, sir.
Whitlow and Wolf do not know the results of 4 of the 7 Gauntlet events, but Wolf leads 6-1. The recruit with a combination of the most Gauntlet event wins and Dismissal Hill votes will win boot camp and $500,000.
I had no idea that in the second Coddington's crossing that the wall would become such a huge obstacle, but by no means. I had seen it to the finish the first time, and I would see it to the finish the second time, but by then it wasn't really who won or about that mission. It was just, quite frankly, me getting over the wall.
I didn't know where the heck you were. I thought either the alligator got you in the canal or what, because, I mean, I didn't look back. You know, I knew going into it that this was going to be one of those impossible feats. And then the wall comes, and an hour, 2 hours, and then I got worried.
Yeah, it was.
I was so proud that she at least got over it, because I know you would have never ever lived it down personally if you didn't get over that wall.
I couldn't let go. And when the cameraman came up so close to me, because the sun was going down, there was no lights, and the cameraman comes close, I literally went to kick him.
I remember she had bruises all over her arm, her legs were, I mean, she was banged up pretty bad. That wall was just kicking her ass.
I think I was more shocked than anything, because she had to be, you know, physically fatigued and wore out to where I'm surprised she ever got to that point where she was strong enough to do it.
You know, all the drill instructors were there just like at the beginning. Hey, we won't quit on you even when you quit on yourself. And so it was a victory for us, too, that she got over that wall.
In some ways, it looked like she was going to give up, and should have given up, quite frankly. And she just kept going and going and struggling and going. And it was a great testament to human endurance. I mean, it really was. I think anybody that watched that would have been emotional.
Francisco is, you know, he was tough on you, but he was, you know, logical.
I think Francisco was kind of the father. I mean, he really did. He kind of looked after everybody. And the best part about Francisco was the fire watch and him coming, and it was just little pieces and tidbits that would just keep us going. But I think that he really did kind of keep the whole gang together.
Get on your feet, recruit! Oh, get on your feet now! Yaney, shut your lips! Wolf, stop eyeballing me. Give me a squat formation right here, right now. Shoulder to shoulder. Do we remember what the position of attention is? Aye, sir. Do we remember what it is? Aye, sir. That's yes, sir, not aye, sir. Aye, sir is when you have a command. Yes, sir. Yes, sir is when you're responding, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Correct,
yes.
Yaney?
Yes, sir.
Position of attention. Your left heel is against your what?
Right.
Your right heel, right? Your heels are on line and touching, and your feet are what degree, Wolf?
45, sir.
45, outstanding. Your legs are stiff and not bent at the what, Yaney?
What was the question, sir?
Your legs are stiff and not bent at the what?
At the knees, sir.
At the knees. Your arms hang what?
Low,
they hang naturally. Your palms are turned inboard. Your thumbs are along what, Thompson?
That's it, sir.
Oh, we wear pants now, huh? Is that, what are we laughing about, freaks? Moretti, did you get shorter since boot camp? Huh?
No, sir.
Somebody chop you off at the ankles or something? Moretti,
yes.
Talking to you.
No, sir, I didn't get shorter.
You didn't?
No.
No what?
No, sir.
No what? We want to
no,
do it.
Sir.
We need boot camp part 2, don't we?
Yes, sir.
Welcome back to our discharge recruits and our final ceremony here at Dismissal Hill. Recruits Whitlow and Wolf, over the past 48 hours, you endured boot camp's most challenging test of will. I would personally like to take a minute and congratulate you on an outstanding job. Recruits Whitlow and Wolf, you are competing for a total of 13 sets of dog tags. 7 of the dog tags represent Gauntlet events you have just completed. Those events were named after the 7 dismissed recruits. The other 6 sets of dog tags belong to the discharged recruits behind you. Recruit Pupo, taken from the game by Recruit Har in week 2.
Recruit Pupo is not a team player sometimes, sir, and sometimes has attitude, sir.
Recruit Thompson, who was medically discharged in week 3.
The hardest thing I've ever dealt with in boot camp is this moment right now.
Recruit Hutak, who was discharged by Recruit Louder in week 4.
I don't like pushy women, and the only one here that really pushed me was Recruit Hutek.
Recruit Yaney, taken out by Recruit Coddington in week 5.
I feel I was voted for based on who the other recruits thought I would pick.
and I will pick that person. That person is Yaney.
Recruit Brown, who was removed in week 6 by recruit Jackson.
In the same way that I suspect people were looking out for their own, I'm going to have to look out for my own. And Recruit Brown's going to have to come home with me.
Recruit Moretti with a Y, pulled in week 7 by Moretti with an I.
I'm going to discharge Recruit Moretti with a Y. It's nothing against Recruit Moretti with a Y at all. It's just the way I feel.
Those 6 recruits, silenced when they were taken from the game, will get to speak tonight. Recruit Catherine is not here. She quit and gave up her right to vote. It is now time for the 6 discharged recruits to cast their secret vote. Recruit Moretti with a Y. Drill Instructor Rosenbaum.
The Gauntlet is probably the most difficult challenge you've ever faced, not only in boot camp, but in your lives. I know that both of you do not know the results of 4 of the 7 Gauntlet events. It is now time to reveal the winner of each Gauntlet event. We will start with the 3 events that you know the outcome. Martyr's Last Stand. Standing for over 5 hours and 40 minutes, the winner is Recruit Wolf. Jackson's Hold measured your endurance and your patience. You had to hold dog tags out with one arm for an extended period. The recruit that won Jackson's dog tags is Recruit Wolf. Coddington's Crossing. 34 hours ago, you both were timed in Coddington's Crossing. Before you came here tonight, you ran it again. The recruit that improved their time the most is Recruit Wolf. Now, onto the 4 events you do not know the outcome of. Har's Heartbreak. On day 2 of boot camp, you both were timed in a 1.5-mile run. Har's Heartbreak was based on which recruit improved their time the most. The recruit that improved their time the most on the 1.5-mile timed run was Recruit Whitlow.
Remember, the first recruit with 7 dog tags will win boot camp. Recruit Whitlow, you have 1. Wolf, you have 3.
Parts Peak was a challenge of not only your rappelling skills, but also your memory, as you memorized 3 very important quotes on your journey down the rappel tower. The winner of Parts Peak is Recruit Wolf.
Recruit Wolf, you are ahead. 4 dog tags to 1.
Moretti's memory. This particular event tested your attention to detail based on recon photos that each of you had a chance to study. The recruit that won this event was Recruit Wolf.
Whitlow and Wolf. The score is now 5 dog tags to 1.
Myers March, an endurance and time event over a 10-mile hike. The recruit that won Myers dog tags is Recruit Wolf.
After revealing the winners of the 7 Gauntlet events, Recruit Wolf, you have 6. Recruit Whitlow, you have 1. Recruit Wolf, you only need 1 more set of dog tags to win boot camp. We are now going to hear from the 6 discharged recruits, who they voted for and why. Recruit Moretti with a Y.
I'm hoping Moretti with a Y, out of loyalty, will vote for me.
Wolf and Whitlow, out of all of the discharged recruits, I was the one that spent the most time with you, and yet I've had the least time to step back and reflect on the steps in which you took to get to where you are today. I'm looking back at the whole time we spent here and who put the most effort in consistently. Not who's the strongest mentally, who's the quickest, who's the loudest sounding off, but who tried harder. and whose heart was in it the most. And my dog tags I'm pledging to Whitlow because she was consistent. She felt it more, not just at the very end when it was all about the game.
The score now, Recruit Wolf 6, Recruit Whitlow 2. Remember, the first recruit to earn 7 dog tags will win boot camp. Recruits Whitlow and Wolf. 8 of the 13 dog tags have been accounted for. The score is now Wolf 6, Whitlow 2. 5 dog tags remain. Recruit Hutak.
I think out of maybe loyalty, I'll have Hutaks.
When I came to boot camp, I had one purpose for being here. And it was for exactly that, to be in boot camp. What was the most motivating to me is as boot camp progressed, to see the changes in each individual person. To the drill instructors, I hope to be in a position that you're in. And I only hope that I will be able to show someone what you have shown me. So it comes down to Recruit Wolf or Recruit Whitlow. My decision came down to one incident. I take integrity and loyalty very seriously. When the incident happened where there was a piece of equipment that was left and the responsibility was not taken for that equipment, and that recruit stood by and let the entire team take the punishment, that disloyalty and that lack of integrity hurt our team. And because of that, I pledge my dog tags to Recruit Whitlow.
Score now stands. Recruit Wolf 6, Recruit Whitlow 3. Recruit Brown.
Brown woke me up in the middle of the night, wanted to form an allyship, respected the fact of what my strategy was and wanted to unite. You know, it backfired on her, but I hope she doesn't take that on me.
To me, the two people that are left were not easy choices for me to make between them, because from Wolf I heard a lot of arrogance, and we talk a lot about arrogance being confused with confidence, and to me it wasn't confidence, it was arrogance. And Whitlow I didn't trust very much because there was something in the eyes. I got my clothing back and I found a piece of paper that I think you'll probably all remember very well. And at the very bottom says in bold, there will never be an occasion to say I, me, or we. And like Hutak, it all boils down to an incident for me too. And that incident involves the whole I, me, we thing, which I don't feel like you ever gave up, Wolf. I feel like when you took that D-ring and rope and allowed the entire squad to do push-ups, and worst of all, Yaney, who obviously adores you, that to me showed that you were not a team player at that instant. And so I'm going to have to pledge my dog tags to Whitlow.
The score now, Recruit Wolf 6, Recruit Whitlow 4.
Hutak, I thought, you know, maybe Hutak will vote for me. But Brown, I thought that she still had so much towards you and that she would rather...
What planet were you on during boot camp?
I don't know, but I just thought that she was so loyal
Brown
to
and
you.
I, like, if there was going to be a fist fight at boot camp, it was going to be Brown and I. Yeah, it was going to be Brown and I. I mean...
I don't know, but I was just so... Because I thought she hated me so much. Because I just
She might have hated you, but she hated me a little bit more. Trust me on that.
Recruits Whitlow and Wolf. 10 of the 13 dog tags have been accounted for. The score, Wolf 6, Whitlow 4. 3 dog tags remain. Recruit Thompson.
Thompson, one of the guys, helped each other out. He was on medical leave, filled him in with all the gossip, what's going on, this and that. I would count on definitely his vote.
When we all started, the word boot camp meant a lot of different things to all of us. At times, it seemed a little bit easier for me than others. I'm Dave Thompson. People like me. Wolf and I, we were close. We were on opposite sides of the line as far as strategy went, but as people, we were right on. Whitlow, I knew Whitlow to be a good person and very consistent. The decision I made between the two of you was very difficult. But I based it on consistency, and I pledged my dog tags to Whitlow.
The score is now 6-5. Recruit Wolf, you are still in the lead. Recruit Pupo.
Pupo will vote for Wolf. Don't know why, but if she heard what I've said about her, she wouldn't vote for me.
She's a Philly girl, you know? Us Philly people got to stick together. Hopefully she'll look at that and do it.
Whitlow and Wolf. I'm not at all surprised that it's come down to the two of you. Especially when you consider how cozy you guys got when you thought no one else was looking. Anyway, do you remember when that pig farmer lady said that I wasn't a team player? She was absolutely correct. Because the truth is, there's no such thing as a team player. All right? Come on, let's be honest. Everybody here was ultimately out for themselves. The only thing that was ever at stake here was money. I wasn't in the game long enough to form any meaningful opinions about either one of you. But I did make some observations. For starters, Whitlow, like I told you on the first day, the drill instructors were going to yell at us no matter what. And so no. I never bothered sounding off any louder or moving any faster or pushing any harder than absolutely necessary. For what? So that you guys would think that I was a team player? In the end, all the other team players go home exactly the same. Battered, bruised, and beaten. So as far as I'm concerned, between the two of you, who wins? Who cares? I flipped a coin, my tags go to Whitlow. Good luck.
We now have a tie. The score is now 6-6. Before you come up here, Recruit Yaney, the fate of these two recruits is in your hands.
Poopy is a disgrace to Philadelphia and a disgrace to the boot camp game. I mean, to flip a coin or to claim you flip a coin is just what a waste of time and space. That one, definitely could have gone either way. But
I was holding my breath. I was literally holding my breath because I had no idea.
But then again, it goes
which way
back
that
to the
was gonna
whole
go.
thing is when these contestants get to be in a room together and discuss things, and it kind of manipulates the way they might have voted one way or the other on the last 11th hour. You know, it's like if you wanted a true, your own opinion, they should have each been sequestered in their own little area, and then comes voting time, and everybody's surprised at where they're going to vote.
Did you like all the makeup and the suntans? I like the makeup because I saw these fresh girls, Casey and Moretti with a Y and Hutek, and they look great. And I'm going, where did you get the lipstick?
I have a little direct sales company. I sell jewelry, but mostly I just, you know, I'm on the PTA still, and I hang out with the kids, and I take them to soccer, and I take them to basketball, and you know, we go camping, and we do the things that's what I want to do. That's where I get my most joy, is for being with my kids and my family.
Right now I'm retired through real estate investing. I live in Costa Rica and Las Vegas, and every day is a good day when you're Dave Thompson.
Got to do Celebrity Boot Camp with Fox, and that led into a couple of other opportunities, and just finished a show called Sergeant in the House.
We do boot camp themed corporate events, and we go in and I mean, not like that, not as crazy as that, but we go in and we kind of do the drone strip the thing.
Taking our military training and putting that into corporate America with leadership, mentoring, guidance.
It's all about motivating people physically and mentally, which is what we do now with Team Motivate.
Everybody thinks I'm a balloon sculptor, and I am, but I'm really a graphic designer. It's just more fun to say that I'm a professional reality show contestant. I did a dating show. It was called The Dating Story, where they set you up on a blind date with somebody, and here I am meeting this woman who's expecting to meet the man of her dreams, and what does she get? She gets a balloon guy. I was on a show called Lost in the Wild. Take a guy from Jersey and leave him in the woods for a few days, see what happens. I ate a lot of blueberries and ants. It tastes like sweetheart.
Recruits Whitlow and Wolf. 12 of the 13 dog tags for which you are playing have now been accounted for. We have a tie. The score is 6-6. Recruit Gainey, you have the final vote. Whoever you pledge your dog tags to will win boot camp and $500,000. Recruit Yaney, take your position at the podium.
Counting on Recruit Yaney because we were bunkmates next to each other in the racks. Had to make the beds together in the morning, had to help each other dress, push together, pull together, hoping that that loyalty will remain there in the end.
I can't get a break. When I first came here, I remember I was afraid of heights. And I wasn't afraid of heights, I was afraid of falling. What I'm getting at is that over the last 5 weeks, I've learned courage. I've gained a lot of courage. And right here, looking at two people that I went through 5 weeks of terror with, and cried with, and laughed with, and looked at for support, and we all helped each other out and worked together. To stand here and tell one of you that you're not going to win is tough. Your votes mean a lot to me. This isn't personal. It's part of the game that we're all involved in. And right now I'm not voting for the best recruit or the most improved recruit. I'm voting for one of the last two recruits.
Recruit Yaney, we're waiting. You must reveal your final decision. Do it.
There was an incident with the D-ring, and I think that not taking responsibility is going to cost somebody. I pledge my dog tags to Whitlow.
The winner of boot camp is Recruit Whitlow.
It was just relief because it was over. I could go home. I could crawl in a bed and put a pillow over my head and scream if I wanted to.
I just couldn't let Wolf win, knowing that he could have just came forward and he let a whole squad suffer, and I just felt Whitlow deserved to win.
It was all a matter of how the group was going to vote. And the group got persuaded by the ringleader, Brown. And Brown was a ringleader the whole game. And the fact that she got booted off really ate at her. So she wanted to see me go down. Something else would have been replaced besides the D ring. That's the bottom line. And I don't care. I took 6 figures home. I'm quite pleased.
All recruits that did not win boot camp, get off my hill.
I won as a person. I won as Jen Whitlow because every challenge that I take on, I want to succeed. It just happened to be that there was a nice chunk of change at the very end.
I was happy with the outcome because it was an underdog situation. And anytime you can have an underdog winner, then you've got a great television show. Americans particularly love an underdog.
I think the final vote on Dismissal Hill did not surprise me that Whitlow won. You could tell how the other recruits felt about Wolf. He had burnt a lot of bridges that he couldn't recross. I think Whitlow getting the vote just because she went through the gauntlet, whether she won every event or not, or lost every event or not, she still ran it.
Everything comes down to Yaney. I mean, then the D-Ring episode, and then it's Yaney who has the last vote. And then Yaney has to make the decision of who wins boot camp. And then it's told to him right as he's going up that you hold the winner of boot camp in your hands. Talk about pressure. I wouldn't want it to have been Yaney at all. And quite frankly, I thought that he was going to say Wolf. I really did. I really did.
I didn't know.
Because
I didn't know going into it until he opened up his mouth and you hear something about not taking count for, and then I said that's it, and that was over with. At that point, I was just like, okay.
And then the car ride back to the hotel was fun. The car ride back to the hotel. Do you remember after we left Dismissal Hill?
I didn't remember pizza. Why are you going to ask me about a car ride back to a hotel room?
So get this. So we're driving in a car, and I'm out. Lights out. Whitlow's gone. We stop at a 7-Eleven, and we're on the way to the hotel because it's like, 2 hours away or something. And I hear Wolf, and there's this, pretty woman sitting in the front seat. And I'm like, oh my gosh, do not tell me he's trying to pick her up. You're just talking. Then you go into 7-Eleven and you get food. And I'm like, how can he think about food when all we need to do is sleep? But you were like the Energizer Bunny, like the Terminator. You were just ready to keep on going. You were still going.
I don't know what this woman is talking about
Oh my God.
or what planet she was on following boot camp, but she just won $500,000 and she's talking about a story about 7-Eleven. Can't we come up with a better story for Fox Reality?
I do home mortgages. So it's back to the corporate world for me, I guess you could say.
I landed a job in South Texas as the weekend news anchor and reporter at an affiliate down there, and one thing led to another. After 2 years, then got promoted to the 5 o'clock, met my beautiful wife Denise, and got married, and now we're living a happy life. Just got a puppy. We're a family. Can you believe that?